Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara worked until the age of 105. He saw patients, gave lectures, and rarely took a day off. People wondered how he kept going when most had already retired. His answer was never about medicine or money. It was something much smaller that shaped every part of his life. Japan has many doctors like him who stay healthy and sharp past 100. They eat quietly, move daily, and follow habits that sound ordinary but have remarkable effects on the body. Their routines are simple, their meals light, and their minds calm. In this video, we'll look at what Dr. Hinohara and others like him actually ate, how they prepared their food, and what in their daily rhythm helped them avoid disease. Stay till the end because Japan's cultural lifestyle itself holds a secret that ties it all together. Now, let's begin with the first habit that shaped how they ate. 1. The 80% rule. Dr. Hinohara followed a simple rule. He stopped eating before he felt full. In Japan, this idea is called hara hachi bu. It means eating until you are about 80% satisfied. It sounds easy, but it takes awareness. The body needs time to send the signal that it has had enough. When you slow down and stop early, digestion stays smooth, blood sugar rises gently, and the body avoids the tired feeling that follows heavy meals. This habit protects more than the stomach. It helps the heart, liver, and brain by reducing the constant pressure of overeating. Studies from Okinawa, where many people live beyond 100, show that smaller meals lower inflammation and support a healthy weight naturally. People who practiced this didn't count calories or skip food. They simply stopped when comfort arrived. It became a quiet form of discipline. They left the table light on, not stuffed, and returned to work without fatigue. To try it yourself, serve slightly smaller portions. Eat slowly. Put the spoon down between bites. When food still tastes good but your body feels calm, stop there. That small pause can make a lifetime of difference. 2. Sweet potatoes. In Okinawa, where many of Japan's oldest doctors trained or practiced, the sweet potato was once the main part of daily meals. It replaced white rice for decades and became one of the quiet reasons for their long, steady health. Sweet potatoes are rich in fiber, potassium, and natural antioxidants. They provide energy slowly, keeping blood sugar stable and digestion easy. The doctors who lived through long hospital hours relied on them because they gave strength without heaviness. Preparation was simple. They were boiled, steamed, or baked. Frying was rare. Cooking them gently kept their starch light and their nutrients intact. Many people ate them with miso soup or pickled vegetables. That combination balanced fiber, probiotics, and clean carbohydrates in one meal. Modern studies show that sweet potatoes contain compounds that protect blood vessels and reduce inflammation. They also support gut health by feeding good bacteria. To apply this habit, swap part of your rice or bread with a small portion of steamed or baked sweet potato. Eat the skin if it is clean. Add a pinch of sea salt or sesame seeds for flavor. It is one of the simplest changes that can support your heart and energy through the day. 3. Fermented soy. A bowl of miso soup was a quiet constant in the lives of the Japanese. It was warm, quick to prepare, and easy on the stomach. More importantly, it supported gut balance. Fermented foods like miso, tofu, and natto contain living cultures that help the intestines absorb nutrients and control harmful bacteria. Gut health affects much more than digestion. It supports immunity, mood, and metabolism. When the gut stays balanced, inflammation stays low, and the whole body functions more smoothly. Many Japanese said they rarely caught colds, and their daily servings of fermented food may be part of the reason. Miso paste can be stirred into hot water with a few pieces of seaweed and chopped green onions. That simple soup is enough for breakfast or a light dinner. Natto, though strong in smell, is a rich source of vitamin K2, which helps protect bones and arteries. Even small portions make a difference. If you are new to fermented soy, start small. Half a cup of miso soup daily or tofu a few times a week is enough. Fresh or refrigerated miso is best because it still holds live cultures. Over time, your digestion becomes calmer and your energy feels steadier through the day. 4. Green tea. Most long-living Japanese started their day with green tea. It was not just a habit, but part of their rhythm. They drank it in the morning for focus, again after lunch for calm, and sometimes before evening walks. Green tea contains natural compounds called catechins. These protect cells from damage and help lower the strain on the heart and liver. They also keep blood vessels flexible, which supports steady circulation. Regular tea drinkers often show lower rates of heart disease and better mental alertness in old age. People who lived past 100 preferred loose-leaf tea brewed lightly, not strong. They let the water cool for a moment before pouring it, which preserved the delicate flavor and avoided bitterness. Each cup was small and sipped slowly. The pause itself became a form of rest between busy hours. You can bring the same practice into your day. Replace one coffee with green tea. Choose good quality leaves, steep for 2 minutes, and drink it plain. Matcha, the powdered form, offers even more antioxidants and a gentle lift that lasts longer than caffeine alone. Over time, this small ritual clears the mind, supports the liver, and helps the body handle stress more smoothly. 5. Seaweed. Seaweed has been part of Japan's diet for centuries. Japanese who lived long and stayed active used it often, not as a main dish, but as a quiet addition that made every meal more complete. A small strip of seaweed in soup or a few flakes on rice adds minerals the body needs, but rarely gets in large amounts. Seaweed provides iodine, magnesium, calcium, and iron in natural balance. These support the thyroid, nerves, and bones. Its soluble fiber helps control cholesterol and feeds friendly gut bacteria. In a country where people eat modestly, this small ingredient helped cover nutritional gaps without extra calories. Wakame, kombu, and nori are the most common types. Wakame is soft and used in miso soup. Kombu is simmered to make broth. Nori appears in rice rolls and snacks. None needs fancy preparation. A tablespoon of dried seaweed soaked in warm water is enough for one serving. If you add seaweed to your meals a few times a week, you give your body a steady supply of trace minerals that improve metabolism and strengthen bones. Avoid heavily salted or fried versions. Simple and plain is what worked for Japan's oldest doctors, and it still works today. 6. Small fish. The Japanese often included fish in their weekly meals. Not large fish, but small ones such as sardines, mackerel, and anchovies. These are rich in omega-3 fats that reduce inflammation and protect the heart and brain. They are also easier to digest and contain less mercury than bigger fish like tuna. They usually grilled or simmered their fish. Frying was rare. The goal was to preserve the healthy fats and keep the meal light. A small serving 2 or 3 times a week was enough. They often ate fish with vegetables and rice or combined it with miso soup for balance. Omega-3 fats are known to lower triglycerides, ease joint pain, and support mental clarity. Studies show that regular intake can help maintain memory and slow age-related decline. For older people who worked long hours, this meant sharper focus and better stamina. You can follow the same pattern without much change. Use canned sardines in olive oil, or bake a small piece of salmon or mackerel. Pair it with steamed greens and a simple bowl of rice. If you do not eat fish, ground flaxseed or chia seeds can offer a mild alternative. Regular omega-3 intake is one of the simplest habits that supports long-term vitality. 7. Whole grains and rice. Rice has always been part of Japan's meals, but the Japanese rarely fill their bowls to the top. They ate small portions and often mixed white rice with other grains such as barley, millet, or black rice. This simple habit improved fiber, minerals, and slow-release energy without giving up comfort or taste. Barley was especially common among older generations. It lowers cholesterol and helps control blood sugar. Mixing even a small amount with white rice creates a smoother rise in glucose after meals, which helps protect the pancreas and heart over time. Millet and black rice brought extra nutrients and color. Their mild, nutty flavor blended easily with vegetables and fish. Some preferred brown rice, cooked slowly to keep its chewy texture and nutrients intact. These grains were eaten in modest portions, never as a main dish. The plate was always balanced with vegetables, tofu, or fish. Eating this way kept energy stable through long work days and prevented the afternoon fatigue common with heavy starch meals. You can follow the same habit at home. Mix your regular rice with barley or brown rice. Keep the serving small and pair it with greens or soup. Over time, this quiet change supports smoother digestion and steadier energy. 8. Bone broth. Older Japanese often kept a small pot of broth simmering in their kitchens. After long hospital shifts, they poured a warm bowl, took slow sips, and let the body unwind. The recipe stayed simple. They simmered chicken bones, fish heads, or both with ginger, scallions, and a strip of seaweed. Hours of slow cooking drew minerals and collagen into the clear broth. That broth restored energy without heaviness. It supplied amino acids that supported the joints, gut lining, and skin. The warmth improved circulation and helped the body recover from physical strain. For people who spent long hours on their feet, it became a quiet form of repair. They used the broth as a base for soups and stews or drank it plain before rest. They rarely added salt. Time and patience created the flavor, not the seasoning. Some added tofu or leafy greens to make it a complete, balanced meal. You can try the same habit at home. Simmer bones or fish frames with vinegar, onion, and ginger for several hours. Strain and store the liquid for the week. Warm a small cup before meals or in the evening. This simple ritual relaxes the body, supports digestion, and gently restores strength after busy days. 9. Fruits. The Japanese did not avoid sweetness. They simply chose it carefully. Instead of desserts filled with sugar and cream, they preferred whole fruits in small portions. The sweetness was light, the fiber intact, and the nutrition complete. Seasonal fruits guided their choices. In winter, they ate mandarins rich in vitamin C. In spring, strawberries and loquats appeared. Summer brought peaches and plums, and autumn offered crisp pears and persimmons. Eating with the seasons gave variety and supported the body's natural rhythm through the year. Fruits were often eaten alone, not after heavy meals. This helped digestion and kept blood sugar stable. A single piece of fruit was enough to refresh the body and mind during long workdays. Doctors often carried a small apple or mandarin in their bag instead of packaged snacks. These fruits supply antioxidants that protect blood vessels and support skin repair. Persimmons and berries were especially valued for their polyphenols, which help reduce inflammation. You can follow this pattern easily. Keep fresh fruit visible on your counter. Eat it mid-morning or late afternoon when energy dips. Whole fruit satisfies cravings naturally and keeps your system balanced without depending on processed sweets. 10. Cultural lifestyle. The Japanese didn't separate their diet from their daily rhythm. Their culture shaped how they moved, rested, and thought about food. Every part of life worked together to protect the body naturally. They walked to work, climbed stairs, and carried their own bags. Exercise wasn't something they scheduled. It happened through daily movement that kept their joints flexible and their blood flowing smoothly. They kept their homes calm and simple. Shoes stayed outside, marking the shift from the busy world to the quiet space indoors. They ate sitting low to the ground, which kept their hips and knees strong. Cleaning and household chores gave them light, constant activity that replaced formal workouts. Helping others kept their minds alert and their spirits grounded. They also honored rest. Even on long days, they paused for tea or a moment of breathing before returning to work. That rhythm of effort and recovery gave their bodies time to heal and stay balanced. Their strength came from these simple cultural patterns. The way they lived turned ordinary meals into lifelong medicine. Longevity in Japan never came from chance. People earn it through small, steady actions repeated every day. They ate with care, moved often, and lived with purpose. Nothing about their habits was extreme, yet the results lasted a lifetime. Dr. Hinohara showed how consistency shapes health. He worked into his hundreds, stayed light, and kept learning. His life proved that strength grows from discipline, not struggle. You can follow the same path. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need it, and subscribe to our channel for more practical health tips. Your support helps us reach more people who want to live longer, healthier, and calmer lives.